Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
Today we're discussing a live-action anime we've just recently watched on Netflix,
Fullmetal Alchemist, the movie. This awesome movie is based on the popular anime of the same name, which follows two brothers' journey around the world to find the Philosopher's Stone, which is the key to bringing back Edward's brother, Alfonso's body. Mm-hmm. This movie was, I feel like that little kid from the original Incredibles, it was awesome!
And didn't know what to expect because we tried a little bit of the original series before getting into the movie because we needed to know the source material. But we just went ahead and jumped into the Netflix one since it was pretty recent and it kept popping up saying, oh, popular on Netflix. Like, okay, let's go ahead and add it. We just knew it was based off the anime.
Exactly. This movie is what every movie that is turned from animation to live action should be. It was wonderful from beginning to end. The people actually look like the characters from the animation.
Right.
The robot looked like the robot. I mean, it was just action-packed all the way. It's just incredible, and I could just keep going on and on. So take it, Rascal.
Yeah, that was surprising because usually you get these movies and they can either range from they look a little bit but not quite, but they pass, or Shyamalan levels of looking absolutely nothing like the source material.
Right.
But they did not do that. Instead, they stayed true to the spirit of the show. The actors and the costumes and stuff look like the animated characters. The effects were fantastic.
Oh my gosh, were they not?
They
Japan and Korea, we have to say in live action movies when it comes to special effects, earthquakes, or anything of that nature, they've got it on lockdown.
Right. It didn't look fake at all, or like the effects were any greater. They had to move one rock because all the powers and the really just fantastical type of effects in there. They were really just well done, well thought out. It was almost like watching like earth bending and fire bending. You knew that's not what it was, but it was exactly like
this is what we wished Avatar: The Last Airbender movie had been.
Right.
Warner Brothers needs to remake Avatar: The Last Airbender and give us this, because this was just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, because you see a lot of movies here, and you're just seeing what do they get wrong, because half the time they don't stay true to what the source material was. It's America's own shows or stuff, and then they adapt it, and it's like, what is this? There's nothing like what you're supposed to be doing. But in this movie, they stayed completely true to it, and they fit the entire story of the series into 2.5 hours. With there was a lot of plot, there was talking, but it didn't feel like there was a lack of action or anything uninteresting.
It was seamless. It was seamless from beginning to end. You didn't feel like there were gaps. You didn't feel like there was something you didn't know, something that was left out that you needed to know. It seemed like every bit of pertinent information from the series was included in this movie.
Right.
You didn't feel cheated at the end. You felt like this was great. I'm ready for, was it Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Make that movie now.
Yeah, now we're waiting for it. And to my surprise, I haven't really heard that much about the movie, maybe because it was recent. The closest thing I saw when I went onto Wikipedia was that it got an average rating. It wasn't rated as great, and it wasn't horrible. It was just average. So maybe they were expecting something else, or maybe they were so used to seeing how America treats their adaptations, they thought it was going to be like that, and they didn't give it as much of a chance as they thought, and they probably were like, oh gosh, this is actually good. You stay true to it. This is a true adaptation.
It's definitely, and it definitely is an average. We've seen below average Avatar: The Last Airbender. We've seen average, what would be an average?
Smurfs.
Right. But this one is outstanding, and again, other studios can take lessons from the studio Warner Brothers commandeered to do this movie.
Right.
They did it perfectly. I like when I see live action movies and the characters look like the characters in the animation. I like when the actors embody that character and bring it to life. I like when the special effects are spot on, like you said, and look real. I like when the storyline is seamless and you get that whole arc in one movie, and you understand exactly what was going on, what the plot was, who the hero, the protagonists are, the villains, everything. And the best part is all of the actors that were in this movie were really great actors.
Right.
There was not one person that we looked at and went, this they're not good. This doesn't look real. They're not doing a good job. Every single person that was in this movie was spot on and portrayed the characters exactly as it should have been portrayed.
Right. And the English actors they chose to do the dub weren't bad at all. You know it wasn't going to be the same people from the anime.
Right.
But because they've been years ago. But they did do a good job to make it seem like they fit the person who's on screen.
Definitely.
Like they would be speaking English. They really, really did fit. And there was no terrible lip syncing or anything. It fit the mouth movements and all the actors they chose to do the voices for that. They didn't seem like they were too old, too young, or whiny or anything. And nothing was wrong with that either.
Right. Perfect. There was one thing that we did notice was changed was the backstory. You were saying in here they had his brother like be sucked off into a wind instead of the original.
Yeah, he was in this one. He was sucked into there, and they got the soul back. But for the anime, it was a little more graphic.
Right.
He was struck by lightning and killed off to bring back the mom because that was the exchange.
Right.
So in here, they went a little less graphic and went to that, which is shocking because usually Japan likes graphic stuff. But I guess they made up for it when they had the villains come in, who were two or three of the deadly sins.
3 of the deadly sins.
They had lust,
gluttony,
and I think
envy.
Yeah, and they actually look like some of the characters too. I had seen clips and stuff of the characters online, and like the costumes look spot on, and the acting was really good too, and they were really formidable opponents.
Right.
They were not what we expected, especially with what happens in the story. And even the funniest part is, well, that more irony is when one character got sent to one of the characters got sent to jail, and for doing something really, really messed up in the movie. And then when they heard he was released, you were thinking, okay, they let him out to help them do whatever goal it is that they want. And then when he told them you let him out, they were just as shocked as they were, and they said that a-hole got out, he should have rotted in jail. Right. You're like, man, you were the embodiment of evil, and even you wouldn't go that far. That was how messed up the person that went to jail was.
Right.
But yeah, there's nothing bad to say about this movie.
I can't find anything.
Now I know there are gonna be some people who say, "Oh, this wasn't right," who are hardcore Fullmetal Alchemist fans. But as far as seeing it for the first time and just getting into this franchise, it was fantastic. Nothing was out of place. Nothing seemed rushed. It wasn't slow or boring. Everyone fit the roles. They looked like the characters. They fit the story into 2.5 hours. It didn't feel like they were just throwing stuff in at the last minute.
And another thing that was different in the dubbing, in the animated series, Alphonse or Al sounded like a really, really young kid. But for the movie, they upped the age for the actor that was doing the voiceover.
Right, because it says in the show, one's 15, one's 16, but his voice was still like a 12-year-old.
In the animated.
Right, and then when they get to the movie, he sounds just as old or even older than Edward.
Right.
Which made sense because it probably would have been a little creepy to hear a little boy's voice coming out of this Transformers-looking robot.
Right. So they made some really good calls, I think, in the few changes they did make. And again, now we're going to be on to watching Brotherhood, the animated series.
Right.
And I can't wait to see a Brotherhood movie. I really hope that they do this.
Yes, because it looks like how the movie ends, just like how the series ends, there's the chance for what happens next because the story is not completely finished.
Right. And we really would love, and we've heard that Ron Howard is going to be directing the Tiger and Bunny live action. But the way that this studio did this movie, we would love for them to do Tiger and Bunny movie.
I mean, I think they would just do a flawless job with this, that, and Avatar because the effects and stuff, and they just pay so much into detail. I would love for them to do Tiger and Bunny.
Yes.
For now, I know there's some American companies, plus Global Road, and they got a lot of Americans working on it. It's going to be in English, so they're probably going to have a lot of Americans working on the movie as well.
Which works because in that universe, it's supposed to be a future America.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, that works. So, yeah, if this company can do it, too, because it looks like they're starting now. They said they finally got some footing, and they're working on the movie as we speak. So, we're finally going to see that movie come to fruition. So, let's pray that this movie is just as great as this Fullmetal Alchemist movie, because this was spectacular.
Right. If you haven't seen it because you have your fear or trepidation about the translation of it to live action, don't be full of fear and trepidation. Watch the movie. Be surprised, amazed, be on the edge of your seat. We didn't even want to get him to go to the bathroom. It was that darn good.
Yeah, we actually watched this on the 4th of July, and that was like a great. We usually watch
on Netflix.
Right, we usually watch a movie around the holiday, so that was our choice, and it did not disappoint.
And I can't wait to actually sit down and watch this movie all over again. It was that freaking awesome.
Now, my last comment would be, I know there are some people who recently saw the top 100 anime of all time for Japan, and Fullmetal Alchemist was slightly lower than Brotherhood, because I've heard Brotherhood was actually rated higher, which is true because I've seen a lot of people use that show. Well, the movie did not make it onto the list because it was so recent. They're talking about the animated series, but and there might be some people disappointed how that list turned out and seeing what place it came in. It wasn't, top 10 or number 1. I would like to say it's fine how you feel, but we love what was number 1.
And I would like to say, you have to read what it says. Japan's top 100 choices. Not America, Japan. Not America, Japan.
International.
Japan. Not America, Japan. Those are Japan's choices. They know what they like. We know what we like. So, if you want an America's top 100, then you need to do an America's top 100 list, and we'll be happy to look at it as well. Right. But this is Japan's choice.
Right.
And we are very happy with Tiger versus Bunny at number 1, number 2, and number 6.
Yes, and please, no comments about how this was, that was atrocity, because I know not a lot of people know about the show yet, which we must say again, please watch that show. That is one of the best superhero shows ever.
Yes.
Ever made. If you like The Incredibles and Marvel and Batman, and listen, Yuri Lowenthal, aka Ben 10.
With an anime twist.
Right, and Wally Winger, which is Ant-Man from Avengers and so forth. This is perfect for you, just like Fullmetal Alchemist, the movie.
Yes. So, watch this movie. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And we can't wait to see Brotherhood being made.
Yes, that's definitely gonna be something we're looking forward to soon.
Right.
So, I'm Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.